Hello, this is a video on crude oil. There's a lot going on in the Middle East. An attack has taken place on Saudi Arabian ground. I'm not going to go into the conflict or the situation too much, but of course that is a trigger for the price of oil to move. So that's a fundamental trigger to move price. But from a technical perspective, I get a lot of questions on Instagram, especially about what to do with oil. Should I get in? Should I get out? To me, trading the fundamentals is not a thing I actually do. So that's that's my answer to most of you people who ask me what to do. Sorry. So, but you know, price is moving. That's correct. Looking at the weekly chart from here on, we can see that price is at a certain zone where price tends to react, tends to trend up or down, or in this case support. It's acting as support a couple of times, and it's Thursday, so this is actually what happened this week. We can see this huge pin bar. We don't know where price will be going at the end of the week, but this is what's going on. So let me zoom into the daily chart so you guys can see even closer what happened. Of course, it happened in the weekend, over the weekend. Maybe this is a shorter time frame trend line as well. Price or just after the weekend, I don't know when it happened, doesn't matter. Price spiked up, of course, from 55 to 63 is quite a jump. And like in everything in trading, what comes up must come down. So this was the conflict, possible. You know, what's going on? Will they retaliate, or what's going on? There was a lot of, and of course, oil production slowing down, which is pushing price up. And now we are seeing that yesterday, I think I also heard in the news that they said in a couple of months to be back on track with oil production. So it's really news driven what's happening here. So that's the reason why I do not prefer to trade on the news. But as we can see over here, price had quite a move. Broke out of this zone where it was trading in, and formed this new high. Thus, it's not a coincidence that price stopped moving over here, as you can see, because we had a support, resistance, now again a resistance zone, and it is coming back right now to retest these levels over here. So from a technical perspective, and not too much trading on the news, this is what we can see on the charts. So yes, if you would ask me as a technical trader, what do I think of this? This correction is not over. This was a news-driven spike, so it could, you know, price could drop lower to get in the normal territories where it was before. So how would I trade this? That's a good question. Actually, I wouldn't, because of all the news and the things that are going on around oil right now. But I get the idea of this move. It was a huge jump, and of course we see a correction, and this could be a level where price could turn around again. So when we go to the hourly chart, we see in fact that price is slowing down. It's not really pushing through this level at the moment, so this could be the last support where we are at right now. Even on the 30-minute chart, we see kind of the same thing. When we zoom in a little bit, it's like we had a drop, pullback, another drop, pullback, another drop, and now we are in this no man's land. So when I would say this would be the last high, if you ask me, and this would be the last low. So at the moment, price is stuck in this level. So what would I need for this to take a trade? If it does go to the upside and it would break this level, and of course what we often see is a retest, and then I think this is actually going back up. So you can easily make a nice ride, a nice profit from this setup. So that's a scenario, but if that doesn't happen and price from here on out does move lower and break this level, then we will see some more correction to the downside. Um, Nevertheless, would I trade this? Well, you know my stand on that. Um, so I hope I answered your question a little bit when it comes to what do I think of oil at the moment. When it comes to price action, as you can see, oil, you know, it moves pretty pretty clean. We have a low, we have a trending phase, and this was a support area, kind of around this place over here. Then it started moving again, and we formed a new support area over here, and it started moving again. Same thing. So this tells me we are still moving in an uptrend, and then we had this support here which got broken. Don't forget, this is the daily, so on the 4-hour chart you can see it even clearer that this level over here, what I was talking about, this was the last support level. We had one more high, not that strong. I think if you put in a MACD or RSI, you would see some divergence over here. Of course, it's around the 60 level, so it tried to break the 60. It did actually break the 60 and went to the 61. And then when we broke this low, which happened over here, and we formed this actually right shoulder, this was the moment where the shift happened, if you ask me. And then we started to move even lower back to the 50s. You know, it's not really a trending market, so it's not really interesting to me. This is a phase where I would not take any trades, and then a news-driven event happened over here, which caused this move back into the highs. So overall, with all that's going on, I believe we are could be seeing another move back up, but then again, I really have to get a signal for me to enter the trade. At the moment, price is flat and it's just waiting. It's making lower lows now. It is correcting a little bit. It's at a important zone, but I really need to see more. So let me show you a little bit about the fundamentals of oil. I often use investing.com, and when in this case, if I want to know what's going on with oil, I go to commodities. Oh, wait a minute. So in this case, I'll go to commodities and want to know things about oil. This is an overview. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's always a good tool. It's also an app on your smartphone. So this is the current price, of course. You can set price alerts over here, and in this case, because there's a lot of news-driven price movement going on, I go to the news, and let's check out this. I can show you what happened, why price is settling down a little bit. I think it's one of these messages that oil settled after a turbulent week. Yes. So they said, you know, we are gonna get that output back on track as soon as possible. So those are all kinds of things, you know. And of course, Mr. Trump from time to time says things, if it's gonna be an attack or not, is it gonna be wars? Same thing as the trade wars. You know, if he twitters something or says something that moves prices, it's really so that's to me the reason why I'm not really into this whole crude setup thing, but make sure you know what's going on the fundamental level, and then make sure you find out your strategy when it comes to trading oil. So to sum it up, this is what we're looking at right now. We want to see what price is doing. Let's go back to the weekly chart to show you where we are at overall. So let me get these things off for now. Yeah, so you know, I like I pointed out, this one told us something on the daily chart, but when you look at the weekly chart, you can see even more movement. That price did something around this level in the past. So that's just some extra price action information. Price is at where we are at right now. In an ideal price action scenario, this of course supported by the trend line, and this support level would be a level where you would prefer to get in. And now that price has moved into this 63 or almost 64 area, this should be a nice profit target. But so price action wise, this would be my setup. So this would be what I'm looking for. So at the moment, price is also in the middle. So maybe some further correction back down would be something we would be looking for, like I showed on the lower time frame. So keep in mind, to sum it all up, fundamentals are driving this movement. Make sure you know what the fundamentals are at the moment. If you are trading this, know where price is at on the bigger picture. Of course, you're probably not going to trade the weekly, so in that case, zoom in a little bit and make sure you understand that price is at the moment trying to form a bottom, but we need to see some kind of higher highs or some price action confirming that this is turning back up, or maybe breaking these levels and moving further down. So that's it for now. See you in the next video.